Howdy, ladies and gents. I'm Sal's Hart. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We gotta come up with a poem. So, I think this time we're gonna go for Sayori because she's the one who got us into it in the first place. So, what do we think she's into? Waterfall. Oh no, that's Natsuki. Smile. That's her. Alone. That's her. Puppy. That's Natsuki. Essence. That's her. Bunny, that's Natsuki. Hair, Natsuki. Top, okay, that's not. Maybe we're going Natsuki this time. Skirt. Lust. Hers is lust. Okay. Ribbon. Okay, I guess we're going Natsuki this time. We're already in. Dream. Beauty. Sparkle. Cry. Fantasy. Question. Flying. Play. Joy. Looks like we potentially got... It's between Natsuki and Sayori at this point. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Stylus. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just... still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing just with you, anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Would you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Silas to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacked Sayori in the face. She got smacked in the face. Smacked Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pwap! Killa! Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? God, you're real? It's because I paid my it's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Nom 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 nom. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. They're going through a lot just for one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez! I get it! Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? I think that's Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can I tell you, Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I won't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Oh, talking about her having a boyfriend? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriends? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes sense. Wait, that makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. You must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't where you played music as well as Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to that. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Silas. See, she always does that whenever she's trying to, be like, look at my body. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. No, not really. Chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapades. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Excuse me. Jesus, that was a big ass yawn. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuko slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Not nowadays. Nowadays, a lot of people are into that shit. How did you know, anyway? How did you bring it up at some point? Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuko snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Aha! Much better! Or hold on, that's more Sayori's. Much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that, Phil. We get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Silas. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuko pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuko grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Tom, have you come out of the closet yet? I'm never coming out! South Park? You know? Anyone get that reference? No? Okay, I'll fuck myself then. She then turns the seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to hers, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read it at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. No. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuko crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. Open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, claiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow. Well, hold on. What? Wow. No. The voice I'm trying to go with her is kind of like the very petite girl from High School DxD. I can't remember her name, but where she's always just like suck it and calling people douches and stuff, and always calling the main character a perv. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for with her. Wow. How long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometime after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of the life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot? Well, obviously. Think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's just entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. So good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? No, that gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking? This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuka pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Psh, doesn't mean nothing now. You're reading too far into it, man. Like I would ever get into anything because it's a manga. Because it's in the manga. Feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Ha ha ha. Definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah, because some mangas are pretty, let's say graphic, in more ways than one. Like, if you get into Guts from Berserk's hobbies, I'm pretty sure you're just going to go around slaughtering people, so. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? That's a really weird frame, bro. Read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Bro, same. Except, typically, for me, it's music. Because I grew up listening to heavy metal, mostly heavy metal, and during middle school and high school, there were a lot of people who would always look at me weird, hell, elementary school even. So, throughout my entire life, people looked at me different, weirdly because of the music I listened to. And any chance I get to get anyone else into the kind of stuff I listen to, bro, that's hype for me. I got my buddy's wife into a lot of different bands, and like, for anyone who listens to this band, Attila, they have a song called Pizza. I got her into that. I got her into Motionless in White. She's always kind of listened to some Slayer. Got her into like I Prevail, Slipknot, Stone Sour, stuff like that. Which some that she listened to on her own, but there's a lot of bands that she hadn't listened to. That was like bet, homegirl. You're one of my best friends' wife. She's basically a sister to me. Bet I'm gonna load you up. You're gonna get all the music. So I feel that sentiment. Whenever I can get someone into something I also am into. Okay, airsoft. I would love to do airsoft. I would love to do airsoft on the channel. But A, my gun's broke because when I got it, it was missing a very vital piece, and when I tried fixing it, it didn't fix. And B, I don't have anyone to really do it with. Nor do I have the money to go to events. But I would love to do airsoft, and I'd love to take some buddies to go with me. So, when it comes to getting people into stuff that you're into, dude, I get it, man. I totally get that. Oh. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. I'm sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Hey, that is some bullshit. Bro, you ever reading... Yeah, you ever... Once again, I'm going back to Berserk, because that's the only manga I've read. That is not for kids. That has a lot of suggestive themes. That's not for kids. Whoever says manga's for kids is a fucking idiot. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Oh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. But judgmental friends, dude, I felt that in high school for sure. Not just because the music I listened to, but if I had a different belief, and they all like my friend group had different political beliefs than I did, and I was cool with that. But anytime I'd put my input in, it was all like I'd get ostracized from it, or on anything really, any different beliefs than them, whether I was right or they were right, or whether it was just a matter of opinion kind of thing, did not matter. But yeah, I get what it means. I finally have a great friend group that I trust and I am down to, like, that I consider family. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. We all have different things that we all have different aspects that we may agree or disagree with, but at the end we're all still friends, so it's great. And I hope everyone can find a friend group like that. And what's funny is all the people I'm friends with, none of them are from my school. All of them are from a different school. Or several different schools. So, that don't tell you nothing. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. Totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Good. She's happy. She's enthusiastic. That is good, homie. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Yeah? And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. Thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your time be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. I mean, so I can... I only need 6... I only need... So I can cover that gap. I can cover half that gap at least. A little over. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Do you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said... Don't be dumb! Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that most because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one for tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. So much reading and it takes me a minute, guys. We're 24 minutes in. I feel like not much has happened. Who should I show my poem first to? We're going to try to speedrun this. We were just with Natsuki. We're going to go Natsuki first. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Aren't you supposed to be bad at this? Is that a compliment? No, I mean, you know. Natsuki struggles to find the words she wants. I just expected a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all. Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one. Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You'll always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well, written. No, I mean, so that's how it is. My poem is cute? No! Why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things. Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me. Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute. And Doki Doki? They said the name of the game! Fourth wall break, baby! It would only impress, you know, girls who like those kind of things. You believe me, right? For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your taste, you'll probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too. Don't forget who the real pro is. Okay? Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Hold on, where'd it go? Where is it? Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. In 4th grade, on the swing set, in college. Amy helped. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogs, and helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem, words, I'm getting tongue-tied. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you for... Wait. They make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Yeah, I agree. I mean, as long as you're not like doing anything to animals or kids. Kids will be hurting someone, but like, there are people who like doing things to dogs, and that's pretty gross. And those people should be crucified. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right, but your poem didn't say that. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing useless unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel it. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too. So look forward to it. Alright, will do. Who shall I go to next? Yours is gonna be super long. Probably. No, I feel winded. All this reading. Ugh. Oh, hold on. Oh. I like this one, Silas. That's kind of too close to the other voice, isn't it? I like this one, Silas. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to try writing something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? Can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud, give the rain cloud a little hug, and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Silas. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. Yes.
Bottles.
Oh god,
Bottles. I pop off my scalp.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Hey now, context, context, context. She doesn't mean what you think it means. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locket front door. Finally all done to open up, and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. So, is it saying that what I'm taking from it is she gives and gives and gives and gives, and all people do is take? Is that what I'm getting? Because I used to feel that. I don't feel it too much nowadays. I felt it like a month or so ago because of a situation, but haven't felt it in a minute. So, holy crap, Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Only a few more. Oh, I'm really winded from reading all this. Let's go, Yuri. Should have grabbed a water bottle. My throat's getting dry. Let's see what you've written for it. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Silas. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that, yeah. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me over her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. What? I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, raccoon and urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and safe. The raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood? Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Okay, that seems pretty dark. I was a little more daring this one than yesterday. I can see that. Was that talking about self-harm? Like the knife being in it and the bread? Is the bread you? Or is like the raccoon the urge you have to do it? And the bread is a metaphor for like what you're slicing? Is she a cutter? Because, don't get me wrong, I remember what happens at the end of the game. I remember the ending to the game. I just don't remember everyone's individual ticks, if you would. Their flaws. So it seems to me that she be a slicer dicer on her arms and potentially legs. I had a cousin that kind of indulged in that. I don't talk to that cousin anymore. Mainly because she's just done a lot of stupid stuff in her life, but it's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I can. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interest? She did? Yeah. She's talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Kind of depends on what you're doing. If you're cutting yourself, then no, that you should go to a doctor or something and go to a psych. You should get help. If you're cutting yourself or anything like that, you should get help. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. One more, and then probably get that episode. Hi again, Silas. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I don't want to count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I'll give my poem to Monica. Alright. I like this, Silas. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ah, jeez. No. Kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories. Excuse me. There are lots of poems and stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, enduring, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. But anyway, if you want to read my poem now? Hold on, guys. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Excuse me. Alright, let's have a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, speaking, screeching, piercing. Sighing, kissing, tangent. Or cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? What's load me? She's more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. That's almost like magic. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like a... Excuse me. Makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. poem can be as abstract as a physical expression or a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? You never know when you might change your mind. She just broke the fourth wall. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ah, that's my advice for today. Just gonna save. Now, how do we look at pictures? Because I know you can. I'm gonna press random button and see what happens. Nothing. Triangle does that. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't always start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never, in my life, do something like that. Imagine Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. We'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Do you want to share with the others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. Guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. Don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. I'm gonna need a nap after this video. Alright. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Huh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ha ha ha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, and bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Well, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Very anxiously glanced over at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called Affirmage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refuses to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirlwind fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Hee hee. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sarah begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice is made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I got to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Hey yo, gotta be careful about when you say reaching deeply. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Hee. Even Silas likes it. Guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nice to Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours with where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. You might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. Just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Hee hee. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time for the festival, you know? Okay. Now who's next? Okay, guys, I know this is a weird spot to end it, but we're at 55 minutes. And all this reading is literally making me lightheaded. I don't know why. This is something that never happened to me, but then again, I usually don't read out loud. So I need to get a drink or something because I'm feeling out of it after all this reading. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's a weird spot to end it, but I have to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. With that, have a good one. Peace.